I want to say real quick, if you're watching this right now, I'm going to go ahead and wager we just put up our new video. Are you enjoying that? Mm-hmm. Our new video, I guess by this point it'll be out, right? We could say it.
Yeah, say it. Yeah.
A new Journey video is now just went up as this goes up, hopefully. And that's something we've been sitting on for a little while now. That was a really fun skit to film. I guess at the time I got a little tired, but I really liked the game Journey, so I was really excited about doing it. What we did for filming this video, I don't know what stories you guys remember from it, but what I remember was filming it, we thought, you know, the twist of this video is that there's two characters and you didn't know it, maybe.
Right.
Maybe it starts and you're wondering, why is he looking bigger in the shot? Are there two? And then you find out there are two. So we thought, well, let's break up into teams. That would make filming so much easier.
Yeah. And faster.
Yeah, so Eric and Garrett went and filmed stuff. We drove downtown San Diego and we split up. Eric and Garrett went with Shawn and filmed stuff on their own. Me and Derek filmed on our own. Well, me and Derek got so much amazing footage in like 20 minutes. I mean, maybe it was a little bit longer than that, but I mean, within no time, we had amazing stuff.
Yeah.
No. Was that a good rib or what?
Look at that rib. How do you like it? It's so good.
Looks good. It's beautiful.
So
there you go.
good.
In memorial. Anyway, to that cow. Pig, whatever.
Pig.
Anyway, so we split up. We're filming. Me and Derek got amazing footage in half an hour. I mean, we was just great. Got great reactions. We're like, man, I think we have enough. Now we should just meet up. You know, because then we wanted to get footage together.
Yeah.
For the finale. So we were like, okay. And I'm walking down the street and I tell Derek, you know, anytime we split, they weren't answering the phone. They weren't picking up. I said, you know, anytime we split up, that's when the best stuff happens. Like when we filmed Resident Evil 4 years ago, Shawn wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
And we got, you know, pretty much near arrested and detained by the police, whatever.
We were at that location today.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We've had all kinds of run-ins and stuff that were bad, but it's always when we split up. So I said to Derek, I'm like, hey, you know, watch, they're like taken by the police or whatever. And we laughed it off because this is the most innocent skit and there's no way that would happen.
They're wearing like big red capes with like,
right?
So innocent.
And greeting people, essentially. So
there's nothing dangerous.
They're jumping around.
Right.
No weapons or accessories to this costume at all.
So we're laughing that off, but then seriously they don't answer the phone and we're like, wait, what? And then finally you guys call us and it is, we were detained by the police because someone called in that there was a gun on us.
Shawn?
Yeah.
Why
are you carrying guns?
Why did that call even take place?
What I think
don't know what happened.
We went to this place that we've filmed at before, and it's a lot of tourists in that area. Mm-hmm. And I was just doing what you saw in the video, just jumping around and being silly. And people, excuse me, people, I think one guy in particular got really annoyed. I think maybe he called it in or something. I don't know.
But to say you had a gun?
Well, I think he just wanted me to be stopped. I don't think they said that, just that they would, whatever. So, when you do whatever, going out to film, like, my biggest fear always is cops are involved, because I don't want to deal with it. I just want to get my job done and go home. That's all I want to do. So,
and we never want to upset someone to the point of they're calling the police.
No, exactly.
We like a weird reaction here and there, but yeah, to upset anybody or to piss anybody off too much is not.
We left the premises of where we were filming, and we were just walking down the street, and then I hear that, and I look back, and it's the cop car with the sirens on, and like, I'm wearing that mask, but I can still tell, and it's like, ah, shit. And then so, the guy gets out, the cop gets out, and he says, all right, hands up. And so I have my hands up, which I've never done before, and that was scary.
Yeah.
And so I'm hands up, and he's just like calling things in. I know he's going for backup. I don't know what's happening. The guy walks up to me, and he goes, I have reports you have a gun. I think that's in the video, actually. And I go, oh, shit, no. And so he has to frisk me, but he pulls up my little dress thing. I was wearing these tights. And I'm like, well, it's clearly, you don't have a gun.
It's very clear you don't have a gun.
You don't have a gun. And so I was like, yeah, I don't. And so then, like, honestly, after the whole thing, the cop couldn't have been any nicer. He honestly just had to, by law, check it out after he had that report. Which I totally understand. But I kept saying, like, Yeah, we're just filming. This is so silly. We're just like running around, jumping around. No one's being hurt. There's no guns. The guy never even asked me to take off my mask ever. He was just like.
That's something we didn't think about until afterwards.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
Which is great though because we got that last shot.
That is one of my favorite shots in any skit I think we've ever done. Is the journey character being frisked?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you couldn't have planned that.
Yep.
Like, it was so good.
All he asked me to do, I didn't have my ID. I had nothing on I had no pockets or anything. So he just asked me my name. I gave him my name. He ran it, made sure I wasn't a murderer. Is what he said.
Yeah.
And then I think he frisked you guys too.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. He made me and Eric sit down on the curb,
right.
And then I had Eric set the camera behind me, like leave it running.
Perfect shot.
Eric positioned it and shot the whole thing while a cop didn't know he had a camera or whatever.
Right.
But I don't think he cared anyway because, and it sucks too because I leaned backwards into the shot at one point, so we had to edit around that. But I wasn't even aware of what he was doing. We told the cops our names. He didn't look us up. I told the cop, like, hey, yeah, just so you know, I have a pocket knife.
You did say, to fix his costume or whatever.
I have a bunch of tools and a Leatherman and a pocket knife, and I made the costume and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, that's fine.
We could not have found a nicer.
But he didn't frisk us or anything. He just
Ever.
said, all right, you guys are done.
He's like, I had to check you. Sorry. Have fun filming. And that was it. But we walked away completely unscathed with amazing footage. So it's like, this couldn't have gone any better for us, really. Yeah. So, yo, cop, you watching this? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they handled it totally good, but the footage was incredible. I can't believe someone called that in that way.
Yeah.
There had to be a better way to get rid of us if you didn't like us.
The cop's like, what is this video game about? And then Eric just said, it's about making friends.
I mean, that is literally, it's a journey amongst, and meeting new people and going on a journey with them.
I thought that was cool the way the video kind of plays. Like you said, you're thinking this is just one character, but then they meet up and it's been two the whole time.
Yeah, and I like any skit that can get sad for a second too.
Yeah.
Like I've said this before, but when it comes to videos that are just random footage, like if there's a video you script and you follow the script, that's one thing. But when you have a video like this that it's just a bunch of random footage, you got to kind of. At least my method is to try to weave a story out of it.
Yeah.
And my method is always the Disneyland ride formula. I treat them like a Disneyland ride, because that was really, if you think about it, that's the initial minute 30 story. Before there was ever YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Disneyland rides need to do that in a minute 30. Oh wow, this is really cool. Oh no, everything's sad. But here's a cool thing to end on.
Ending.
Yeah, and.
Snow White kind of jumps to the end, though.
Yeah. Well, then they have room.
Every now and then, a Snow White is funny, but whatever.
It's a real Snow White of a video you got there.
Yeah, I like to do that now and then.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we did that. But other than that, was there anything else from filming for you? Is it pretty simple? I mean, I got a guy pissed off. There's a guy. He's not in the video, but I was just gonna say real quick.
Yeah.
There was a Korean dude that I bumped into, and you couldn't hear his audio, and so it didn't go in. But all I was doing was, trying to signal to him. And he just went, what's up with that? What's that mean? And it's like, well, do I break character and tell? So I just keep doing that, and he's just like, yeah, wow. I'm trying to figure out what that means. What are you trying to say? I was like, what? Yeah, am I trying to say anything? I don't know. Anyway. That guy was really mad. A couple that I was in their way wanted to fight me, but
that was good. Those teenagers.
I think a girl thought I was gonna attack her because I just wanted to get in position to scare her, but I ran at full speed and then jumped right in front.
Oh, that fucking jogger! Yeah. Shawn scared the shit out of me and Eric because we don't know that they can see all that well. I should talk about those costumes. I came up with them. Fairly quick. I don't think we had a lot of time to work on
it. You
it.
did them in 2 days.
Yeah.
Really good.
But it was just fabric sewn into the poncho formation, and then I spray painted using tape to stencil off certain areas, all the yellow and then the trim. I left the trim sort of generic, more like the characters early on in the game before you progress.
Yeah.
Just because honestly we were pressed for time, and it's okay, we gotta get these done quick. But the paint worked really well. There wasn't that much bleed through.
No.
Nothing like that. They still flowed, and it gave them a heavier weight. And then I made the scarves attached to the little hoods. The hoods were probably the hardest to make.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, making the second one, the one that you wore, Sean, it came out a little better. Yours was a bit ill-fitting, so I apologize.
Hey, we were looking through a wife beater? Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah. So the mask, like the scrim in the front, I just used like a A-frame shirt, like a wife beater, if you will. I mean, I don't want to spread rape culture, but some people do call them that. Guinea tea is also a term I've heard. No offense.
No, I'm offended.
Well, you can't win all sides.
Anyway. That's true. Pick your battles.
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
But hey, then you put the eyes on like our eyebrows, right?
Yeah,
our foreheads.
I glued the eyes like up to your like foreheads. It just had you look down.
So our nose was the chin, which
your
was
nose
brilliant.
is the chin, and they had that kind of
that I didn't know you were going to do that. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought that was so clever.
Thank you. Those were good. I was really happy with how those costumes came out and how the video came out and everything.
Yeah.
And then the cop stuff was just like icing on the top. It was like after that, maybe 2-3 hours being out filming, it was like, well, we're done.
Yeah.
Like we got it. We got the ending.
You know what? But then I should say we filmed an extra day with that video, and we drove to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't there
desert.
for this.
Oh yeah.
And we got the opening shot, and we were talking like, we know of a place. I know of a place. I had a field trip out there before.
Oh
like the rocks. And I think they filmed episodes like Star Trek and Power Rangers out there. This is nothing out there. And really cool rock formations. And so we went out there, and it's like a 2-hour drive for us to get there, but it's worth it. Like, that shot looks so rad. I think
that
it just
opening
adds
is awesome.
everything. And obviously the rest of the video is in like buildings. It's not really the aesthetic of the game. And which is like, not perfect, but I like a lot that we filmed the same place for Flower as we did for this game.
Yeah.
It's like, whenever we film a That Game Company game, it's always going to be
In
there.
that area,
in that area of town.
But no, the transition works really good. Having the opening be really close to the aesthetic of the game, and then
And
then the video footage is no longer as high quality, and it's in the city, and it's whatever. That worked really well. That's another Disneyland ride thing.
Yeah.
What you call the weenie. Walt Disney would call it the weenie.
The weenie?
And I think
scoot closer to Rocco.
I think the best weenie we ever had was Fallout, because that was one of the first videos where we thought, let's give it a super cinematic opening. And so when you watch the Fallout video, the weenie is something that makes you want to like follow that in. Oh, you're hooking me in with this. Now I want to watch the rest. And I think that Fallout did that really well. So we thought, let's try that again.
Yeah. So that's our journey video. Anything else you want to say about it? I feel like we got a good.
I'm very happy with it. I really like that video.
I mentioned a while ago on a podcast that we had a video that was like my favorite in like years, and that is the journey video.
Really?
I love that video, and we showed it two times in public with people watching. And every time you get an audible "aww" reaction, and if you can get that in less than 2 minutes,
You made him emote.
Yeah, in less than 2 minutes, you have someone care about something. That's pretty impressive, and that's always what I strive for.
I really wanted to retweet it at the time, but when they showed that at the Game Developers Conference, I hope I'm not getting his name incorrect, but Tak Fuji, I think I may be getting his name wrong. Producer at Konami, guy who has dreadlocks.
Really?
Who is notorious when Konami had their keynote years ago when he said, it's extreme.
Oh, wait, I remember that video.
It was. Yeah. He posted a twit pic, by the way, once of him saying, here's me with my cousin, and he photoshopped the Predator next to him, and I thought that was funny. But anyway, he wrote...
He and this guy got to get together.
same joke.
Seriously, he wrote all over Twitter, Mega64 rocks.
Wow.
He was blown away by the Journey video. We went to a party, and I talked to Swery, who made Deadly Premonition. He really
Hats
liked
off
the
to
video.
that guy.
Yeah, he really liked the video. So that was
Kelly Santiago.
Kelly Santiago gave me a hug at that
Me
party.
too.
It was amazing. It was a great
she said,
hug.
thank you so much. And she
Is
had...
she single, you think?
I don't know. I'm not concerned with that.
I mean, you're married.
So
You should
yeah,
get
that's not...
hugs.
She just said, good job, and thank you. She had a scarf. It was a Journey scarf. And I said, you should make those and sell them. I'd buy one. And she said, no, this is mine.
That was her answer.
That's really funny.
I
I
think
haven't seen her since Marcus's Corner.
She's cool. She's got a
she's
really
great.
awesome personality.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, like, super nice to talk to. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, she's really cool. These are free reign, by the way.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
dying here.